Hey gorgeous, this is a late evening conversation, right? And I hope you're going to see this as me putting in the work to make sure that you stay glued to this channel. Alright? This is React with Laika, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment whenever any of the episodes are interesting to you, and of course, turn on post notifications. Now, let's talk about how people will trigger you, test you, and even dare you unprovoked. Well, my name is Laika. If you're new here, if you're seeing this face for the very first time, on today's episode, I'm going to talk about how people occasionally trigger others just to get a reaction from them. Now, let me tell you something. This should be like a back end story because it happened to me, and I asked myself why this happened. And the funny thing is that when all logical reasoning is put in place, you realize that there is no reason whatsoever why what happened should have happened, if not because of some underlying individual challenges that the person is having. Okay, so today, this morning, I was going about my business. I crossed the road. I had just halted from this commercial bus and I had crossed the road. While I was in that commercial bus, I bought a table water which I meant to drink. So I crossed the road, and then there's this stout who was trying to stop the downfall drivers, who was collecting money from the downfall drivers. Of course, if you stay in Nigeria, most especially Lagos, Nigeria, you know that this is a regular something. So he was doing that and he just finished and he turned. He saw me and he's like, fine girl. And it's early in the morning. I'm not ready for all those shenanigans. I'm not going to say anything to you. It's like, fine girl. Low key, I'm like, he will just say it and go about his business. So I said, fine girl. And I didn't respond. It's like, fine girl, I'm talking to you. And I don't respond. And I say, I better give me that your water, make I drink. Because it was pidgin that he used. He didn't use English. So, like, I couldn't say anything. I was moving, mind you. And then the next thing I'm hearing is like, look at you now. Person they call you fine girl, no even fit talk, you no even feel respond. They ask you for water, you no fit give. People like you now, them they turn to wicked wives, stingy wives for house. If I say carry you keep for house, now so you go they starve the person. Gosh. Jesus Christ, how did we get there? But I kept moving. And I know very well that I was in between responding to him and not responding to him. But then I didn't respond to him because I was going to tell him, who told you that I am not thirsty? Who told you that this bottle can I'm holding here is for fancy? What makes you think that I don't need the water myself? That was part of the questions I was going to ask him. But I did not. I continued. So while I was moving, I thought about this. I'm like, let me share this with you, my friends, and hear your thoughts about things like this. But before now, I tried to process the whole incident and I came up with certain things, some of the reasons why people would try to trigger you unprovoked. When I say unprovoked, I mean you did not do anything to them. You didn't provoke them. It's like it's something that you couldn't even imagine happening. Today, if someone had told me I was going to encounter such thing this morning, I wouldn't have believed because from where to where, do you understand? First of all, I want you to understand that it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Take that out of the equation. Whatsoever it is that happened, that transpired in such situations where you know that it's so unprovoked, it has nothing to do with you. In fact, it has everything to do with the other party, the person who's triggering you, the person who is just acting up unnecessarily just to make sure that there is a reaction coming from your end. And some of these things I'm going to talk about. Number one is brokenness. They are broke. By now, broke should be in the latest edition of the dictionaries. Like broke, when people are not financially buoyant as they used to be. So, mind you, if you notice very well, I didn't say poor because I've seen some people who are poor who are living below the average human but are so sweet. They are not frustrated, they are not angry. So now I think brokenness, especially why I say brokenness and not poverty, is because There are two type of people when they are broke. When people are broke, they have two type. There are some people that will become so sober, like they're so calm, reflecting about their lives, thinking of what to do and what not to do to go out of that phase. And there are some people that will turn out becoming so violent. This category of violent people are these ones that try to trigger others, are these ones that try to provoke other people, daring other people. Everything is a fight to them. Those violent ones, that is how they see it. Oh, Jesus Christ. And one thing you don't want to do to yourself is engage in that kind of. Imagine I had tried engaging that guy this morning. Do you think I would have won? No. The only energy, the only person that can face that guy, that can challenge him, that can be on the same level of frequency he was operating with, is someone who is also in that mental space. Someone who also has nothing to lose, who already knows that, "Shey, I'm broke now. Oh yeah, all of us are crazy." Being broke triggers it for some people. So when people are acting like that, sometimes I'm like, anyways, you have a problem. Number two on my list is wanting attention. See, some people are depressed, and depression comes with a lot of things as frustration. There are some people that things are not going as they want in their lives. There are some persons that have been cut out of every form of bond or tie they have with people. Now they are depressed. Imagine someone who just had a heartbreak, going through that depression, and then there is nobody, they don't have any support system by their side, they don't have anybody that they will look up to and it's like, oh, this person cares about them. They are angry, they are frustrated. So anything and anything that will make attention be on them, they just want to do it because they see it as an avenue for them to pour out their heart, an avenue for them to express all those build up of emotions that they have within them. Because you see some people that are doing hard guy, trust me, they are going through a lot. And that is why they try to pick on everything just to make sure that there is a fight. See, what I want you to take home from this is that when people, I repeat, when people try to trigger you unprovoked, I know that there are times that you have a role to play in that particular scenario. That's not what I'm talking about. In situations where it's so unprovoked, unexpected, you don't even know where this is coming from. Trust me, it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with the person in question. Because otherwise, why? So if you are close to this person, if you know this person, you can see the person that I'm like, see, I noticed that you've been at the age for the past few weeks, few days. Do you want to talk about it? That is all you can do. But if it's someone that you don't know, I mean, what can you do? What can you possibly do? Can I look at that guy and tell you, come and sit down, let's have a conversation? That would be so funny, right? So just know this and know peace and live your own life with ease and stop blaming yourself for some people's silliness or some people's misbehavior. Just know that it's not you. Yeah, look at you now. Look at you, a gorgeous human being. How can it be you? Anyways, if you watched this video up to this extent, subscribe if you have not, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will see you tomorrow when we have our weekend diaries. Bye.